There, that's the breast. Black horse, black cherry, breasts. No, I don't know. This may not come up. No, no, it's not. It's not coming up. Let's see if I can. That's what happens, folks. It's not something you can find now. Let me show you how you can find it if I can do this. Let me go one step further here. I'm the kind of guy I don't give up very easily. A, B, C, D. Oh, it's called B-Salve, number 6525. Yeah, they couldn't call it black salve anymore. So it's 6525. 6525. What they don't take away is the stock number. They don't take away the stock number. There it is. It is number 6525. It's still available. It has olive oil, myrrh gum, chaparral leaf, beeswax, glycerin, pine tar, lanolin, wheat germ oil, lobelia leaf, golden seal root, and comfrey leaf, and plantain leaf, and red clover blossoms, mullein leaf, and marshmallow. Is there more in it? Let me see, is there more in that? I'm going to click on it. Make sure I didn't leave it out. But that is the black salve. It's called B-Salve. So you can't buy a black salve anymore. And it's also, besides the mullein leaf and marshmallow root, it's got chickweed leaf, poke root, and vitamin E oil, slippery elm bark, and blood root, and galagal root, and mormordica melon, and cayenne pepper, citric acid, burdock root, and emu oil. That is B-Salve, number 6525. So yes, bad reputation, but it does the job. If you've got a skin cancer, get some B-Salve. Let's go over to diabetes, and let's explain what's going on with diabetes here, and why and how people are no longer have diabetes. And I have a lot of people who no longer have diabetes. And strange as it may sound, I have people later that come to me later, and they tell me, oh, I don't have my cancer anymore. Then they say my cancer, and it never was their cancer. It belonged to the devil. So you don't say my anything, because it don't belong to you. If you've got any health issue, it belongs to the devil. Send it back to him. Return to sender, just like a letter, because it don't belong to you. Never say it's mine or my this anything. So, but they do. I have people calling up and say, I don't have that cancer anymore. Yeah, or I don't have diabetes anymore. But I hear about it years later. I don't hear about it right away. They call me back later for help, to help somebody else. But the thing about this thing is this diabetes is a pancreatic disorder that is a major cause of illness, disability, and death. And the pharmaceutical and the medical community does not want you to find out that it's curable. They do not want you to. If you go to your doctor and you say, I don't have diabetes anymore, I don't need to take insulin anymore, they'll say, that's not true. You always, once you have diabetes, a doctor will tell you, you always have to take your insulin. You always are going to have it. They really are. They just don't get it. Anyway, it causes disability and death. And it keeps you running back and forth to your doctor. And they love that. They make more money. It's diabetes. Its two main symptoms are loss of weight, usually, and excessive urine production. The disease is also characterized by extreme hunger and thirst. Diabetes is a disorder of carbohydrate metabolism. you're not metabolizing your sugars. And that occurs because the body either secretes too little insulin or is incapable of using the insulin that it does create. And herbs can correct that. Natural remedies can correct that. And a correct diet can correct that. There are two main types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, which is also called insulin dependent or juvenile onset diabetes. The pancreas produces little insulin, possibly because of a virus of the patient's own immune system, and attacks the insulin producing cells. They don't know. It's possible. It could be a virus. This type it usually strikes in childhood and appears suddenly. And it is more serious of the two kinds of type of diabetes. That's type 1. And type 2 diabetes, also known as non-insulin dependent, of maturity onset diabetes. So the pancreas produces this little insulin, and the pancreas may produce normal amounts of insulin, but with type 2 diabetes, so you're not insulin dependent, but for some reason the body cannot use it. It can't use the natural insulin. It can't metabolize the carbohydrates, the sugars. The two types, what the two types have in common is the fact that much of the sugar in the body cannot get into the cells, and so accumulation in the blood, and it's accumulating in the blood and is excreted in the urine. One eventual result of uncontrolled diabetes, especially type 1, may be a disturbance of fat metabolism. This abnormality can lead to sudden coma and death, and over a long period may be responsible for the complication of diabetes and premature atherosclerosis and strokes and kidney disease and eye damage and loss of nerve function called neuropathy. And here are some of the things that will help to control this problem. One of them is from India called Gymnema sylvestri. And this plant in Hindi, the name translates as sugar destroyer. That's what Gymnema sylvestri in Hindi translates. Sugar destroyer. It destroys the sugar. And the plant is said to reduce the ability to detect sweetness. So you're not going to taste sweetness when you eat it. It's regarded as one of the most powerful herbs for blood sugar control is Gymnema sylvestri. It may work by boosting the activity of enzymes that help cells use the glucose or sugar, or by stimulating the production of insulin. So that's one herb, Gymnema sylvestri. Another is called bitter melon. Bitter melon, also known as mordica, is to help the cells use the glucose more effectively and block sugar absorption in the intestine. And then one of the third most important things you can know about. We first talked about Gymnema sylvestre, then bitter melon. There's calcium and magnesium, because a calcium and magnesium deficiency is very common in people with diabetes. And it can worsen high blood sugar and insulin resistance. So you got to make sure you're taking your calcium and magnesium. And then there's prickly pear cactus. There's a lot of help for it. I did the research, and this is my this is my report. Diabetes. I've gone to the website herbalhealthreview.com, and I clicked on common conditions on herbalhealthreview.com, common conditions, and I went down to diabetes. And so prickly pear cactus, it's a fruit that helps lower blood sugar because it contains compounds that work similarly to insulin. The fruit is also high in fiber. Then there's the mineral chromium, which will cause weight loss in people, and it's just a mineral. But this mineral is deficient in diabetics. They don't have enough chromium, and this trace mineral helps to enhance the action of insulin. Chromium, it enhances the actions of insulin, as well as being involved in the carbohydrate, fat, and protein metabolism. And inexpensive way to lose weight too. Then you need a good multiple vitamin, like Intramax, the world's greatest liquid multiple vitamin with over 415 ingredients, all certified organic, liquid. It's awesome. Intramax is the world's greatest multiple vitamin. Can't order it online. You have to, if you order it online, you have to put it in the box when you place your order online. You have to say, please add a bottle of Intramax to my order, because Intramax, the people that make Intramax live in fear. They live in fear of the government, and they can't tell you how great and wonderful it is. They only sell it to doctors. You're not supposed to be able to buy it online or in a store. You're only supposed to go to a doctor and get Intramax, because they live in fear of the federal government. That's why it's so hard to get. But you can order it over the telephone very easily from Health and Herbs, or you can add it. You can ask for it. And there's an Intramax for adults. You take 1 ounce a day. And if you take it 30 minutes before a meal, it'll cut sugar cravings and you won't crave sugar. Sweets. Intramax, 30 minutes before a meal. You can take if it's rated at half an ounce in the morning and half an ounce in the evening, or 1 ounce all at one time in the morning. Then there's a formulation that I put together called Glucose Balance. And I made it in capsules and in a liquid. And you take them both until you don't have diabetes anymore. And the Glucose Balance capsules is a combination of herbs that help regulate and balance the glucose sugar level in the blood. And it helps both type 1 and type 2 diabetes. Glucose Balance capsules. And it helps control cravings for sugar. And it contains bilberry leaf, moradica, Gymnema sylvestre, alpha-lipoic acid, which helps the neuropathy, and vanadyl sulfate, and bean pods, and bilberry fruit, and blueberry leaf, and hyssop leaf, and pleurisy root and paprika and uva ursi. And it's available both in capsules and in a liquid. And you'd start with 2 capsules twice daily for about 3 days. 2 capsules twice daily for 3 days. On the 4th day, you go to 4 capsules twice daily, and you take it till you don't have diabetes anymore. And you take the glucose balanced liquid at the same time. And it's got the same herbs in it, and it's in a liquid form. Liquids go sublingually in your mouth. Anytime you got any kind of a liquid, hold it in your mouth. It goes through the roof of your mouth, through the cheeks of your mouth, and it goes through through the bottom of your mouth, and that's called sublingual. Goes directly into the bloodstream. It's the state-of-the-art delivery system. You get the most out of it. That's why tincture extracts are far superior to capsules, and liquids are the way to go. State-of-the-art delivery. Every liquid, hold it in your mouth about 30 seconds. Let it seep through there, all through your mouth, and it'll go directly into your bloodstream. So that's why all of these things are so important. A bilberry fruit. The reason I'm using that is it's a relative of the blueberry, but it's stronger, and it contains powerful antioxidants. And in its fruit and leaves, these antioxidants are called anthocyanidins, and they seem to help prevent damage to tiny blood vessels that can result in nerve pain and retinopathy damage, especially to the eye, retinopathy damage to the eyes. Yes. Animal studies have also suggested that bilberry may lower blood sugar. So that's why I'm using a bilberry leaf and bilberry fruit extract. That alpha lipoic acid, again, called ALA, it is a vitamin-like substance that neutralizes many types of free radicals. And a buildup of free radicals caused in part by high blood sugar can lead to nerve damage and other problems. And the ALA may also help muscle cells take up blood sugar. So that's for the neuropathy, alpha lipoic acid. Fenugreek can be used against diabetes because these seeds used in Indian cooking have been found to lower blood sugar, increase insulin sensitivity, and reduce high cholesterol, according to several animal and human studies. Also, their fenugreek seeds are high in fiber. The seeds also contain an amino acid that appears to boost the release of insulin. There's ginseng. Ginseng is known for its immune boosting and disease fighting benefits. It's a Chinese herb, and it's an American herb, and it's Japanese ginseng. You get all these different ginsengs, American ginseng. And they all, it's the Panax species that we're speaking of, because that's real ginseng. There's also Eleutherococcus senticosus, which is not a true ginseng. It's called Siberian ginseng. But we're talking about Panax ginseng. And it helps, the several positive diabetes studies behind it. Researchers have found that Panax ginseng slows carbohydrate absorption. You just don't absorb that sugar very fast. It increases cells' ability to use glucose and sugars. And it increases insulin secretion from the pancreas. That's why ginseng is so valuable. Then there's a diabetes tea. And I did that as a diabetes tea and a diabetes extract. Because as an extract, you're getting a super dose of all the medicines. That's why the tincture extracts are so valuable, because it's serious natural remedy when it's a tincture extract. And diabetes tea extract formula combines all those herbs that help regulate and balance glucose sugar level and in the blood, and it helps both type 1 and type 2, and it also helps to control cravings for sugar. So that's the diabetes tea extract. But then there's the diabetes tea itself, which is an all-natural, mild-tasting tea, which may have many healthful benefits, found to be successful in lowering blood sugar levels for thousands of people in Russia and Asia and Europe for many centuries using a diabetes tea. And it's a natural tea that detoxifies the pancreas and other related organs. The Truman's diabetes tea that I invented is targeted to enable the pancreas to produce its own insulin and to bring blood sugar levels to a safe range of somewhere between 110 to 140 without additional medication. Very often, although blood sugar has not yet reached an acceptable level, nevertheless, the body experiences positive changes. Many individuals feel relief from their diabetic symptoms. For example, excessive thirst goes away, dry mouth clears up, frequent urination goes away, headaches go away. A diabetic taking insulin or other medication is not being cured. He is only being added in the digestion of starches and sugars that the individual has just consumed. In most diabetics, the pancreas lies dormant. It's not working anymore because of all the sweets and the toxins and the person consumes the person is consuming. It's diet. That's why I say it's diet. Diabetes is a diet problem. Depending on the severity of each individual case, this tea will locate the sugars and toxins in the blood and organs and flush them out. It's going to flush them right out of there. Realizing that the blood and the organs are cleaned, the pancreas will start functioning once more. And of course, the doctor will tell you, oh, it's never going to work again. That's because they don't know how. See, a doctor, if they do not know how to do something, then there's no such thing as anybody that knows how to do it if they don't know how to do it. And that's stupid. So, the pancreas will start functioning once again to produce its own insulin and help with the inflammation of the pancreas. So you have to have patience when you get on these until you get rid of it. Sometimes it takes 3 weeks, sometimes it takes 3 months, sometimes it takes 6 months. You got to have patience when using the many individuals that will notice changes within a couple of weeks. There's a fellow in this report that went on this program, and he left his testimony that he no longer has diabetes, and he had it for 10 years and was taking insulin for 10 years. And when it cleared up and he went to his doctor and told him, hey, I don't have diabetes anymore, I'm not coming back, his doctor said, that's not possible. You got to keep taking your insulin. You got to keep doing this. He said, my medical doctor said they can't find diabetes anymore. He said, keep taking your insulin. Well, that fella hung up on that doctor because that doctor was stupid. There's
Dr. Truman.
Yes, I'm running close to being out of time. Go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to ask you, what is the estimated cost on that, what you're describing right there? What's the estimated cost on that?
Oh, having any idea what the cost would be? Maybe because you want to throw the book at it. You want to use everything until you don't need anything. You don't want to dabble with it. You don't want to just use one thing. See, and a lot of people do that. A lot of people say, "Well, I used Gymnema Silvestri and it didn't work." That's because that's all they used. When you go after the devil, you got to go after the devil seriously. I mean, go for it. and that's the same thing. So what the cost is depends on what size you use. The larger the sizes, the less they cost. When you call up Health and Herbs at 541-791-8400 and you say, get me started on this, then you can get a diabetes kit for maybe, I don't know, $100, $200, something like that. Then you get your 20% discount off of that. But you need to start and get serious. And if you don't see some serious results within a couple of weeks, start adding things until you break it. Go after it until you have destroyed it, and then it won't come back.
How much of the supply is the kit?
I'd have to look at a diabetes kit. I'd have to go up on the internet, and I'd have to look at the diabetes kits. There's a couple of different ones, and look at the cost of that, and it's probably around, I don't know, $100, $200 maximum, and then you get your discount off of that, and get started on something like that, and then if it doesn't, and then go on that Make Lifestyle Changes diet system, because you got to change your diet and detoxify your body and increase your immune system and go after that Make Lifestyle Changes diet system is for everyone, for everything, and for diabetes and cancers and heart disease. Go ahead. You have something else to say?
No, I was agreeing with you. I'm sorry, sir. Doc,
Yes,
this is Al. I've really enjoyed the program today. Yeah, I really enjoyed the program, and wonderful to hear from Dr. Miles. I didn't think I was going to say anything today. I was just listening, but I dealt with somebody about 2 years ago, and they kept telling me my pancreas is dead. My pancreas is dead. I got to be on this medicine. Like, I got a PDF. I'll show you the changes. So I'm going to try to approach them again, because the last time I spoke to them, these insurance companies, they flipped her script on her insulin and won't cover it no more. They're talking about $500 a dose. She had to switch to another one. And I've read stories where people have died because they couldn't pay for their insulin. And that's why I didn't mean to put you on the spot there, but I was asking what you pay. And some people may think that's a lot, but the first time your insurance company rolls up on you, that's a drop in the bucket, what they try to get out of you.
Exactly. To get rid of diabetes, and to actually get rid of diabetes, and it's not that hard. It's just not that hard. With 3 to 6 weeks, you should see enormous results, and maybe you're totally done by then. But if it's a tough case, well, then we got to go after it until it's not a tough case, because it'll yield. The kidneys will clear up. People on dialysis can come off of dialysis. People with eye problems, they can be cleared up. People with diabetes can be helped, and don't have to have it. But they don't know that. So, yeah, we totally ran out of time, and I'm over time. So, Brother Al out there in Arkansas.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for your input.
Yeah, Well, thank you for the show today, because that diabetes is a cash cow disease, and all they want to do is keep you coming back. Their eyes light up when they diagnose you with diabetes. And it's like it's just going to get worse from here. You're never going to recover, and I know that's not true. But thank you for your time, Doc. I'll talk to you next week.
And people come to me with where they're going to cut off their toes, cut off their feet, and all that kind of stuff, and we start dabbing tea tree oil on it. And the infection goes away because we put them on all these herbs and all that, and do all that, and it's tea tree oil on those diabetic feet, and when they're losing their fingers and their hand, and it's horrible, and it's unnecessary. Let's get over here we've run out of time because we could go all day long here, but let's get over to Prophet Elijah. And I'm looking for Prophet Elijah, and I'm looking, and where is Prophet Elijah? I'm looking for him. I'm looking for Prophet. There he is. Prophet Elijah's telephone number, because people ask me all the time, what is his telephone number? I love that man. He does such glorious and wonderful prayers. What is his telephone number? Prophet Elijah's telephone number is 334-868-3881. That's 334-868-3881. let's get one of those closing prayers, okay, folks? Prophet Elijah, my dear brother, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Did we do okay on the tonsillitis thing?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Oh, it was fantastic. People need to know about that because so many people are without those and did not realize that they needed those.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, and that's the wonderful thing about this broadcast is we've got so many people out there contributing, like Brother Al and Sister Barbara and Sister Sharon and Sister Florenstein. These are people who are encouraging other people to find out about natural remedies because they help. Did you have anything else to share before I ask you for a closing prayer, sir?
No,
because it's at the peak of the time, so we carry over next
Okay,
week.
my friend. Please give us a closing prayer. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, Jesus Yeshua gave us the consciousness of peace. He said, "My peace I give unto you." The mind of peace proceeds bodily with healing. Cast out enmity and anger, and affirm the peace that Jesus Yeshua Christ and your healing will be swift and sure, including diabetes. It is high time to spend time in the secret place of being at home with the Most High in your heart, mind, body, and soul. Father, it's the still small voice in every soul that heals and blesses and uplifts, and it's only through the soul that He is made manifest as perfect holiness. At this time, Holy Spirit, touch us, everyone that's listening, from the crown of their heads to the sole of their feet. When we were a child, we talked as a child. We thought like a child. We reasoned as a child. When we became an adult, we put childish things away. Now we see but a poor reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now we know in part. Then we shall know fully, even as we are fully known. Now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these, once again, is love. There is only one door in which to place our key. Jesus, Yeshua said, "I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture." Then we take and walk through the door He has prepared for us. Know that the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. The Most High comes that you might have life and have it more abundantly. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hidden that shall not be known. Whatever is spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which is spoken in the ear in closet shall be proclaimed upon the housetop. For I am with you, and He has the limitless possibilities right now. Know that all things are possible to Him. Believe this and accept wholeheartedly now. I know that the power in you makes darkness light and crooked places straight. Father, cause Dr. Berst to be steadfast, immovable, and always abounding in your work. Help him to know that his toil is not in vain. Protect his sense of confidence in you. Cause his grace to not be misplaced. Any confidence in the flesh or his own accomplishment or abilities of other people. Direct him to draw near to your throne of grace. With the words that he speaks, he will pay one way or the other. With confidence for this very need, I pray that you would send a spirit of encouragement to him so that he might walk in a manner worthy of the calling by which you have called him. Father, I pray that the fellowship, Dr. Berst, and my faith will become effective through the knowledge of every good thing you have bestowed upon us through our position in Christ. Bring much joy and comfort in the relationship we share, and cause our fellowship to be a source of refreshment to the family of believers that join this conference tonight. I speak the word now for healing of the mind, the body,
in the affairs. I know that this principle within us responds to our faith and trust. So, Father, does the work we now walk and touch with life, love, truth, and the beauty within us. We now align ourselves with the infinite principle of love and life within us. I know that harmony, health, and peace are now being expressed in our body. Were you blessed tonight in Discoveries in Health Ministry? If so, tell someone you know who might be blessed. Bless Dr. Berst in return. Pray about someone in this ministry so Dr. Berst may be able to keep offering this information freely to many. Be ever so kind and to bless Dr. Berst. Let him know that his time is not used in vain. Show him your appreciation for all that he does, whether in word or financial support. A workman is worthy of his hire, which is 2 hours of his time each week. Bless him, and you shall be blessed in return. So be it. Amen.
All praises to the Most High. Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, in the name of Jesus Christ, our Savior, Yeshua. Praise, worship, and thank you, Heavenly Father, as we receive your limitless blessing. All praises to the Most High. So be it. Amen. Thank you. And I see an open mic over here, and I wanna get over here and if that, I think Sister Florenstein's mic was open, and I didn't see it. Sister Florenstein, are you there?
Absolutely and truly, Dr.
Yes,
Truman.
I wanted to say hello to you, Sister. The reason I'm making an exception here is because Sister Florenstein, she walked the walk, she talked the talk, she took the herbs. She doesn't have stage 4 lung cancer anymore. She gave it back to the devil. It never was hers, and she got rid of it. Is that right, Sister Florenstein?
Absolutely and truly, Dr. Truman.
And you did the work, and you deserve the praise.
All praises be to the Most High. He gave me the spirit to know, and he showed me that I have to do it. It is according. I am a free more agent. He made me that way. He presented to me life or death. You choose. I choose life. So in order to choose life, we must walk that walk. We must talk that talk and back it up with the walk. However, once again, we're stressing on time, but it's going to be okay. And all praises be to the Most High. Shalom. Love you.
Okay, and that's Sister Florenstein. And folks, we're going to open up all the microphones that we may all together as brothers and sisters of Christ, that we can praise the Most High together. Let's do that right now. I'm going over, and then we're going to close the conference, but I'm unmuting the microphones so that we can all praise the Most High together. All praises to the Most High, brothers and sisters. Praise, worship, and thank you.
All praises to the Most High.
Bless you.
All
Bless your
praises
families.
to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
Hallelujah.
Shalom.